Crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Miami Dolphins. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Into the secondary, past the 40, and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Oh, come on.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Going for the deep ball. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
He's going to take another shot here. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Wow.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well,
Wide
certainly
open.
not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Oh, come on.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Powering his way forward. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Jets winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here now at MetLife Stadium. On 2nd and 9, Wilson completing it to the right side. Johnson. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
They'll try and run here with Mostert, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's Agba.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hand.
Mostert hit and he drops.
Come on, man.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Come on, man. I just want to give up the game now. This is crazy.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Come on, man.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a big...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get possession of the football.
No, it wasn't. They just want you to win the game.
First quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Why would I lob the ball? No.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Quick throw to Collins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Dolphins. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
It's clearly obvious what's going on there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 21-0.
To avoid what? You didn't see what happened? My
now
safety.
After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
It did. That's what I'm saying.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end
That's
zone
ridiculous.
for a touchback.
This is whatever. It's just not fun when it's not competitive.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be
Why is he throwing the ball like that?
Play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is.
No.
Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Come on, man.
He is going to be stopped cold
Your DB pancaked my lineman.
That's a big loss of 3.
Come on, man.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's not easy playing the corner, is
this,
it?
that's,
A lot of times
look
you
at
have to
this.
defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run.
Crazy.
How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's scooped up by the Jets, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nah, they're trying to pay me back now. I just want to score. Let me score. I don't want to. This foolishness. That should have been a pick.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down.
I can't see my thing.
2nd down. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there.
But is one of them from mine that you can't see? But it's no, that's mine. I'm home. It will all be mine. You can get mine, but it would just be based off of what mine do. And mine is not that. It tells you in the it tells you in the scene, the screen. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's whatever. I really don't care.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw.
Come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do
God, this is so unfun. I'm really about to just give you the win name. This is just not fun.
You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
It's not. I don't even care about winning. Come on. That's ridiculous. Twice now?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long.
Look at my guy standing.
And while I'm not big on speeches and
my cornerback is supposed to be going 15 yards and he's just standing there.
Light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL,
why is my quarterback throwing like this?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen.
I'm pressing the button.
Some of the best kickers in the world.
I'm holding the button down. Like, this is ridiculous.
Come back now and redeem themselves.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now Wilson. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. That's swung out to Mostert. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Again, Wilson. And he loses.
Come on, man.
A 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll return.
Hey, you can have the win, man. I don't feel like playing anymore. For what, man? This is ridiculous. Come on, this is ridiculous. It's third quarter. I gotta finish.
That one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed,
yes.
right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more. But that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
This is ridiculous, man. This is. Would this be fun for you? What? It's not. You're not even beating me. That's not fun. For what? Come on, man. How would this be fun? Explain.
And with a little under
how are you going to come back?
Time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose.
But they're not even like being
3 yards
fair.
To gain there, 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. We saw this plenty last
cover
year.
3 got beat by a post route in the middle.
Downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes.
He's not. That's what I'm saying. I'm just getting beat. It's probably because of the fatigue that everybody's been tired all game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as he kicks away.
Yeah.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. A terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead in the locker room.
You're not going to keep any stats. It's fine. I'll play the game with me. It's whatever.
And our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
That's the complete 3 quarters. It's fine. It's just, I just want it to be regular.
Coach,
like, this is just,
to you and the gang in Orlando.
Why would my 95 overall X-Factor quarterback be throwing the ball like that? Like, why wouldn't it just be regular? It doesn't have to be extra. What? I mean, maybe it is. No, I only came with 1.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession, and they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second down. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Come on.
Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Who jumped for 10 yards away.
Their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. They're going to look to throw.
Come on.
And this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands.
I do my punt from time to time. Yes. Yes, especially when I'm not touching it. It hits his helmet, everything like that. You have no idea how unbelievable lucky you have been in this game.
They'd like to emulate, and of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. It got his man complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go play action now. Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Calvin Ridley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to get a score back. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now they try the right side here.
Oh, good block.
Room to run past midfield. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. 146 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
No.
So
well, I mean that play
like that
play worked because it was a run blitz. I mean that's a blitz. Everybody was gone.
They'll set up to throw.
Let's go. Oh my God, come on, man. Come on.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down, got his hand in and knocked it away.
This is so stupid, yo. My God.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
What?
And Hill with it over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Looking left side, and
come on, man.
That's Collins. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Wilson's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
It's brought in by Harris. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, Wilson. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 12-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, touchdown Jets. Jacob Harris, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and
Punter.
they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog
Yeah.
dare them to do that?
You can substitute. You can put your starting quarterback there if you want it.
Something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On play action, they'll throw.
Thank you.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. For Sade Aluakin coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is brought in at the 21. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They go play action with Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a dump off here complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing is Wilson. And he's got his target, Harris. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Good
And
pick.
now here is another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have
It's
taken
on
a
the
knee
play.
there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
Really?
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
No, if I was live,
See
I didn't
how
say
they
anything.
handle the waning moments of this one. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. That swung out to Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On 3rd down, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. They'll look to throw. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space from the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Quick throw to Collins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
On the chicken, I tried to, but it didn't work well.
Here's 1st and 10. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now a handoff looking right. 161 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.